Hello everyone! Welcome back to a Hare over Hill. I'm Hare, and today is a Duskmourn House of Horrors pre-release kit. As you can tell, it's already opened. Mostly on the fact that up until just a moment ago, right now, I realized, and 2 packs in, I my system was not recording any of that. Um, so yeah, uh, what I've been seeing so far, I've been liking. The pre-release card I got was Enduring Innocence, which I'm really enjoying that. Like that, White is like, oh yeah, White is good at interacting with small stuff and whatnot. Let's do more of that. So I'm really enjoying it. Um, and that I'm seeing that's again Rakdos is doing its Rakdos stuff and potentially limited with sacrifice stuff, and White is really wanting to do a fair amount of uh wanting to interact with a number of enchantments to the sense with this most recent pack, which included a Ghostly Dancers, which it's a 5 mana 2/5 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, I get to return an enchantment from my graveyard back to hand, which is always nice. And whenever I put an enchantment into play, whenever an enchantment I control enters, or I unlock a room, I create a 3/1 flying token. Always great. And I have a Daxos return deck, which is more of a Daxos stacks base, but I'm wanting to, because there's a lot of white black enchantments that like to make tokens and interact with tokens. I may want to change that Daxos Staxos stack more into a Daxos tokens deck, in which I would almost immediately want to do it. But in that same pack in which these showcase these alternative frames are really cool, in which I got Peel Past the Veil, which is a 2 generic of red and a green, and what it actually does is a great thing for those colors, definitely in Commander. Discard your hand, multiple uses, then draw X cards, where X is the number of card types among cards in your graveyard. So that's potentially draw 7 or draw 8. So it's a massive potential draw, and will a number of rule based strategies just want to like empty out their hands potentially, and if you just have a boatload of different card types in your graveyard, draw a boatload of cards. And both those colors, it's not that they need help drawing, but just oh yeah, I have a number of card types in my deck. That Peel Past the Veil is very useful. I've only opened 2 packs, but I, oddly enough, got 3 rares. The first one I opened was Entity Tracker. I think Azorius might be the eerie thing, but uh, 2 generic and a blue flash for 2 or 3. Whenever an enchantment I control enters, or whenever I fully unlock a room, draw a card. Pretty cool. So uh, Azorius might be the color pair of enchantments. I haven't seen that many enchantments though. I've been somewhat skipping most of my commons and uncommons and whatnot. So yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be back in just a moment. I have to respond to something. Sorry, I had to respond to a text. But yeah, haven't seen a lot of enchantment based of happening in either color, so I'm unsure if. I know enchantments are somewhat a thing in the set, mostly due to the room mechanics, in which I've seen 3 rooms in 2 packs so far, but I've seen a lot of creatures and. Oh, I say, I don't see a lot of enchantments in the set so far. As soon as I said another room, grand entry and elegant rotunda. When you unlock this door, create a 1/1 white glimmer enchantment token. Pretty cool. When you unlock this door, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 creatures. Okay, so I did see a glimmer token earlier. So that might be the how we are going to be seeing so many enchantments in this set. And because Ailey doesn't care about isn't caring about cast, but simply an ETB enters, um, we might just see like, oh yeah, incidental enchantress stuff, in which I did see this guy earlier, making me think that white and potentially blue was going to be the eerie mechanics. And if I saw this a second copy, I'd actively investigate like a red X deck as my color for the uh, pre-release, because this is a pre-release set. Um, so far 3 packs, 3 hollows. My hollow for this is Scorching Dragonfly. Deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker die, exile it instead. Okay, so it's a lightning strike, a strictly better lightning strike. Ooh, plenty of fixing again, and I love this cycle. I've seen a few things pop up about those, because I'm part of a proper Facebook group. It's like, so it's like I've seen the occasional like thing pop up on my feed about that. And cost recording. Okay, of the few things that Nick, I don't know what I was expecting, but when I heard Hare, I almost immediately was thinking back to uh, Innistrad base, like that Gothic Hall. And okay, it makes sense that at least for Duskmourn, that's like, okay, we are going into like mid 20th century, probably 70s, 80s hall with screen with like electro, some of the more modern hall tropes. Like and Magic was bound to do something like that eventually, but also was bound to do the like more modern takes. But and yes, we got Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, a clearly a very uh, it was been, yeah, it's very futuristic and everything, but it's not the it's futuristic, not modern. And so to have an MTG set in pseudo modernism, I'm glad of that. Cost recording. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, put a time counter on cost recording. Whenever there's 7 or more time counters on it, remove remove those counters. It deals 20 damage to you. Okay, so it's the ring thing. tap. Whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery, copy that spell. You may choose new targets. So, okay, tap. So pretty much every 7 instances and sorceries I cast, I take 20 points of damage unless I can remove the recording counters or the time counters, and every turn I get to count copy an instant sorcery. Could see abuse depending on how you do things, but I think it could find its home, but only in like those kinds of decks that are really trying to abuse like like in spell slinging decks for sure. Oh, okay. I think I've seen this up on a few other people's. Say its name. Mere 3 cards. You may return a creature or land from your graveyard to your hand. Exile this card and 2 other cards named say its name from your graveyard. Search your graveyard, hand, and or library for named Laundry the choice card and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your luck this way, shuffle. Activate. Okay, that's actually it's a common, so yeah, I can see how people might try to abuse that. Yet another room. So okay, so I was thinking that rooms might not be that common, but I've seen one in almost every single pack, with one having 2 of them. So rooms might be more common, and we might be able to, you might be able to draft a rooms only deck, but I'm not too sure about that. Oh yeah, like this pack I have 1 common room and 3 uncommon rooms. 2 uncommon rooms. What do I have bottomless pool and locker room. When you unlock this door, return up to 1 target creature from your to its owner's hand, so an unsummon. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So a pseudo Biden, but yeah, no, it's gonna might see limited play, but if you're looking for like, I just dealt combat damage, I want to draw more cards. Coastal Piracy, Binding of Thassa, I play them both in my the heavy deck. I wouldn't want, if I want, this is I want a third version of draw card whenever you deal combat damage kind of effect. I might consider this, but it is strictly worse because I have to pay 5. Both of those are 4 CMC. Even for a singular blue bounce something, it might see like standard play, but I doubt that. Cynical Loner. The other uncommon is literally Greenhouse and Vickery. Yeah, I have no reason really looking into those. Fear of Infinity. Flying Lifelink, Fear of Infinity, can't block. Eerie, an enchantment. Enters, or whenever you fully unlock a door room, you may return Fear of Infinity from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. nice recursion. A hollow common, Anthropede, reach. When an Anthropede enters, you may discard or pay 2. When you do, destroy. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And the Vale is Toby Bestie Befriender. That's pretty cool. When Toby Beastie, I thought that said Beastie Befriender enters, create a 4/4 beast creature token with this creature can't attack or block or no. Pretty cool. As long as you control 4 or more creature tokens you control have flying. That is pretty cool. Uh, I am probably gonna. I have a Gerard Conclave Exile. I might want to put that in there. Gerard Conclave Exile commander deck. Let us go into the next pack. So far, oh yeah, I remember seeing this preview going around. Haunted Screen. Tap for a black or a white or black. Pale life, tap it for the other 3. And for 7 mana, put 7 +1/+1 counters on Haunted Screen. It becomes a 0/0 spirit creature in addition to its other types. That is pretty cool to say the least. And this is literally the first pack that I don't see a room. But where most of my but considering that most of my room, that is a cool fallout. But considering that I've been overstuffed in most of my packs for rooms, I'm sure getting your hands on rooms will be a little bit easier. Yeah. So first off, the hollow I got. Unwilling Vessel. Vigilance Eerie. Whenever Eerie's triggered, put a possession counter on Unwilling Vessel. When it dies, create an XX blue spirit uh, blue spirit creature token with flying where X is the number of counters on the vessel. Okay, that's pretty cool. And I got 2 rares gun, one of the cycles of tap for one color, tap for the other color if you control the corresponding land type, which is cool. And Ghost Vacuum. Exile a card from a graveyard for 6 tap and sacrifice Ghost Vacuum. Each creature card exiled with Ghost Vacuum. Put each creature exiled with Ghost Vacuum onto the battlefield under your control with a flying counter. Each one becomes a 1/1 spirit in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery, and you must pay 6 tap and sacrifice the vacuum. That is pretty cool. Turn 1, just, I'm gonna start exiling things, and then just late in the game, oh yeah, and I get back everything that I've exiled. From your creatures to my creatures and whatnot. That is pretty cool. I'm it's gonna probably see sideboard play for those decks that want to, like, I need an answer to, I need Graveyard Hate. And it's probably gonna be a one-off. I think a 6/6 flying demon token. Pretty cool. The hollow is Ragged Playmate. 1 in a red for a 2/2 for generic and tap. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Okay, that is on par. Love the Fallout again. They can knock. Sometimes wizards hit the Fallout. Sometimes they don't. And as soon as I said last pack, like no rooms, another room has came back. So yeah, I'm not that concerned with Nick. It's completely possible to go like, and with the amount of fixing, which isn't a whole lot, but with the amount of fixing I have seen so far, like you might be able to like oops all rooms kinds of drafting. Okay. And okay, so I'm seeing 4 uncommons in this. It's not the first time. Most of them have been 3, but 2 of them, including this pack, has been 3 or 4. So we get to see a few more commons. And I just got the what is most likely the Is It Signpost uncommon. Intruding Soul Rager, Vigilance, sacrifice a room, Intruder, Soul Rager deals 2 to each opponent, draw a card. That I have seen a lot of blue rooms, so and red is one of the other high. Like, I've also seen a number of red rooms come to me, so is it room like enchantment rooms might be a thing. Not 100% sure. And my veil for the pack is Overload of the Boiler Ages. Uh, so for 4 red or Impending Fall for 2 red. Um, Impending is when you cast this spell for the impending cost, it enters the battlefield with 4 time counters on it. It and isn't a creature until the last is removed. At the beginning of each of your end steps, remove a time counter. Okay. Whenever Overload of the Time Boilers enters or attacks, deal 4 damage to any target. Okay. For a 5/5. Eh. 6 mana for 5/5 that when it ETBs or attacks, deal 4 damage to any target with no other keywords. Like, I would love it if it had haste, but it's like, I don't think this, I haven't seen many of the other cards in this cycle, but I think I've seen white, and even the white was better than this. This is just disappointing. Like, oh yeah, it's either spend 4 mana to deal 4 damage and wait 4 more times for the repeat, or pay 6 and you get a 5/5 and get to start attacking next turn. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sold on it as much as I probably should be. It's a veil slot. If it was an uncommon, it would either be a whole lot more expensive take more time, or the bond effect is gonna be cheaper, kind of thing. But yeah, it what I'm seeing, I am enjoying so far. Obviously, I need to actually get into a few games of limited myself and actually try to experience this limited format. But I'm somewhat excited and wanting to see where it all goes. Yeah. So as always, people, catch me around. Down in the description, you should be able to find a link um, to what should have been last Sunday's Radiata stories playthrough, but I accidentally made it oopsie daisy on the upload and accidentally set it to release at the same exact time as literally last Monday at 5. So it's like, well, shit. Point is, uh, unless I deleted the video, re-uploaded it, and set it to this Sunday, it's like, fuck it. That and the entire playthrough. But check out, over here should be playlist of all my other Magic content. And up here is a video that YouTube is recommending for you. So, as always, people, I'll see you later.